It's not a home, it becomes a hell. But she never takes care of her own health. She doesn't want to spend any single penny on her own health. No doubt she spends on saris. She spends on jewelry, but not on health. And that is the reason women health is the duty of the other people of the home. They have to take care of their health. That is what our Vikas Tarangini, the VTSeva, is doing in conducting the service camp. I think most of you must be aware because you are here in America. You know many things. You are exposed to so much of knowledge. We know it very well. Cancer is a kind of disease, never indicates anything ahead of time. If it is a heart problem, there are indicators. If it is a liver problem, you identify it ahead of time. Or if it is a lungs problem, you are able to understand. Or brain problem, you are able to understand. Because some indications are seen before it really comes up. But for cancer, literally no indications. Until it totally ripened and then abrupts from some point, by the time it may be second, third or fourth stages. That's how it is, that the disease is like that. But then when it is identified, it's very difficult to really do anything. Of course, some treatments are done, but the rate of survival is very ignorable. That is the reason why our Vikas Tarangini is taken the responsibility of identifying such kind of problem. Probably India stands number one with the disease, it seems now, because of the number of population. So to identify the problem and treating the problem and then providing good health in the family. And our organization, our VTSeva from here is really doing wonderful service in supporting such kind of activities there. So we thought it is our responsibility to offer our blessings and Mangala Sasnams to all the organization volunteers who are trying to do some service to all those sufferers, to identify ahead of time. And our procedure is very accurate, very strong, and you'll be really surprised if I tell you, I share you a story we shared with many people. Usually our volunteers conduct a test. Our volunteers conduct the test on a weekend day in some place, either in a school or places like that. On a day, they are able to screen approximately 100 to 150 women in a normal camps. In a mega camp where they conduct, they take almost 400 to 500 women to screen. Because many people will be there as volunteers to do that. Once, 6 years before, I am talking about. 6 years before, when our organization wanted to conduct a mega camp in a district called Mahabubnagar, which is near Hyderabad, and in a place called Bhutpur. Did you hear anybody? A name called Bhutpur. You know that?
Yeah, I belong.
You belong to that place?
My grandparents are.
Ah, cool. So we were conducting a camp, the mega camp in Bhutpur only. There is a school, CBSE school, run by a great woman, a lady called Anita ji. And when she runs a big school like CBSE school, means she is a highly educated lady. There the camp was conducted. That day they did for almost 450 women. Started camp in the morning at 9 o'clock. And they completed all the women whoever came there by 3:30 or 4 in the evening. Our volunteers relentlessly work, and they are even at the last person also, they do the needed service with smile. As I said, they do the service with all the norms recommended by the World Health Organization, isn't it? So they completed the process, and the one actually who sponsored the program that day in their school, they requested that lady also, Anita ji, can you also just go through the screening camp, the screening procedure? Said, no, not necessary. Why? Because just 1 week before I got the total, the body test was done, medical test was done, and I'm okay. That's okay, madam. Not for your sake, but for our satisfaction. If you allow us to do the test, we'll be so much, delighted. That's what they requested. Because the procedure what we do is pretty simple. In a pap smear test, there is an element just like pricking something, right? But in this, there is no pricking element also. At the same time, when the test is done, everything was shown to the same person while doing the test itself, so that on the screen she can see that still this procedure is not in your hospitals. You can't see this procedure still in your hospitals, but how can you do it? And they said, we will be delighted, if you allow us to do it. We feel it's a privilege because we have done to you also. She said, after a lot of persistence, it's okay, come on. They did the test. And they found some white patches. Because on the screen they magnify it and they show it. She was shocked rather. She took the screenshot. Then she went to the corporate hospital where normally she goes through the test. And there she said, I want the whole body test once again. They asked, madam, just 1 week before, no, you have gone through? But she said, that's okay, I want it again. Then pay 10,000. She paid 10,000, gone through the test. They said, everything is clear. And she said, I want cervix test must be done. They said, another 3,000 you have to pay. She paid another 3,000, gone through the test again. They have given clean chit. Then she showed the screenshot, because she took the screenshot. And she showed that and said, this is what I want to be clear. They tested again, and they said, yes, it is true. She was again shocked. And she asked, you have a corporate hospital where you have multi-dollar devices and you are not able to identify this. In spite of my paying 10 plus 3, they asked, where did you get this report? First of all, tell us. She said, the test was done to me by non-medical volunteers at free of cost. You can imagine each test of the cervix is done at 3,000. Such a kind of test done by the Vikas Parangini or VTSeva to 2.4 million women so far. how much cost it was, you can calculate. All free. All tests are done at free. So, and when she said this, the hospital was, they surprised. And then a wonderful thing happened. She gave the responsibility of running the school to her people. And then she became a volunteer of VTSeva. Took the responsibility of conducting the cervix test to all women of her district, Mahabubnagar district. Voluntarily she came out of her responsibility of the school, and then she took this role. Of course, after doing 1 year, and now she is the president of Vikas Tarangini of Telangana state. And of course, the tests are going on every day. In some part or the other, our volunteers are reaching women and doing the tests. Every day, at some point of place, the tests are done. You'll be surprised. The Telangana government joined our Vikas Tarangini. Their Anganwadi teachers were instructed to join Vikas Tarangini and conduct the tests along with volunteers. They have given an order also. They are also working with our people. This is the efficacy of the test done by our VTSeva volunteers to the women there. Our VTSeva from here is supporting such kind of services. So I thought, yes, giving a big thanks to all those great supporters once again who are doing this kind of work. And at the same time, we feel like inviting you all to another wonderful incident. Should I tell you that?